Randy Wittig, PGA Director of Instruction at Gainey Ranch Golf Club in Scottsdale, Arizona, began his tournament season with a win at the opening Senior Series event at Moon Valley Country Club. A tie for 32nd in the Arizona Senior Open was followed by a second-place finish in the next Senior Player Series event at Fire Rock Country Club. The Senior Player of the Year race remained close the entire rest of the season, following a tie for the 10th in the final Senior Player Series event at Grayhawk Golf Club. Randy finished tied for 4th in the Southwest PGA Senior Championship to clinch the Senior Player of the Year race. Born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, Randy was a multi-sport athlete here at Shadow Mountain High School. Following high school, he attended Phoenix College, where he was a member of the golf team for 2 years. His career in golf began as an outside service staff and golf shop assistant at Scottsdale Country Club, now Starfire Golf Club. In 1983, Randy worked as an assistant golf professional at Acacia Country Club in Lyndhurst, Ohio, where he remained for 2 seasons. Before coming back to the desert, Randy returned to Phoenix in 1985 after accepting a position at Orange Tree Golf Resort here in Scottsdale. At Orange Tree, Randy wore many hats during his 16 years there, including working as an outside guest service, assistant professional, head golf professional, and PGA Director of Golf Operations. He earned his membership in the PGA of America in 1990, and after a cumulative 27 years at Orange Tree, Randy moved on to his current role and position at Gainey Ranch in 2012. Among the many playing achievements and honors Randy has accumulated, he qualified for the 1998 Phoenix Open, won the 2002 Southwest PGA Match Play Championship, the 2011 Southwest PGA Senior Championship, the 2012 Senior Match Play Southwest PGA Senior Match Play Championship, and is a 13-time member of the Goldwater Cup matches. And is qualified for National PGA Senior Professional Championship 4 times, including 3 of the past 4 years. Along the way and throughout his career, Randy has always found time to remain active in the community and in the Southwest Section PGA, having served on the section's board of directors for 8 years. He currently serves as the men's head golf coach at Paradise Valley Community College. Randy was honored with the 2004 Southwest PGA Bill Strausbaugh Award, presented to a PGA member who demonstrates exceptional character, integrity, and leadership by way of teaching and mentoring other PGA professionals. He was named the 1994 Orange Tree Golf Resort Manager of the Year and the 2001 Arizona Hotel and Lodging Association Manager of the Year. Please join me in recognizing and welcoming to the stage our Southwest Section PGA Senior Player of the Year, Mr. Randy Wittig.
Well, Randy, you and I go way back.
Way back.
Known each other for a long time.
Yes, we have.
You've always been a player, and you've always beaten the pants off me every time we play, so everybody could understand that. So tell me, 2017 caps a really successful year for you when the tournament circuit where you, along with Senior Player of the Year honors, you qualified for the National Senior PGA Professional Championship 3 of the last 4 years, and that's really impressive. Is that one of the goals for you each year?
I think, I don't know necessarily a goal. I think, looking back in the whole time and getting to where I, received this achievement, it's really been more about, it's 45 years of playing golf for me. Now that's kind of starting late for most of these kids. But again, it's kind of been that journey, the 45 years of playing. That's certainly a goal, but really I just enjoy getting out there and just competing. If I happen to play well enough that I can play in some of the larger tournaments at the end of the year, that's just a great benefit.
Yeah, great, Randy. So as Michael mentioned, you spent more than the last 2 decades at Orange Tree running the golf operation there. We know how taxing and time-consuming that can be. But you still found time to practice and play. And now the last 6 years over at Gainey,
right,
doing the same thing. So how do you find the balance between your job duties and time to practice and play and stay active in the section's tournament program?
Well, I'll tell you, as of right now, it's a little bit easier with the job that I have now. Obviously, if I have chances waiting for some of my lessons or my next student to show up, there are times to just kind of stand there and mess around on the driving range a little bit. I didn't really have those opportunities as much when I was at Orange Tree. It was more of the admin responsibilities that I had, so as you know, from running operations. So, it took some juggling. I will say that my wonderful wife and daughter and my parents, very glad that they're here. Another thing that I'm having to juggle, which I guarantee there probably aren't any other senior players in this room, I juggle a 12-year-old daughter also still. So there aren't too many guys that are juggling that either. So anyway.
Yes.
But it's a lot of fun, and again, thank goodness for a wonderful wife and a schedule that we can be somewhat flexible, so we can manage some of those things, and it's just worked out great. I love what I do. I love where I'm at. Matt Anzalone back there, thank you. Jim Murphy, thank you for the opportunity, and I really do love what I'm doing, and I love touching the people a little bit more. I touched the people before teaching at Orange Tree. That was one of my hats. But now it's just touching people more all the time, and I really enjoy it.
So, when you talk about how well you play, how do you feel that affects your students as they look up to you and your ability to play your role as a director of instruction?
Well, I think a credible player. I think it's important. I don't think it's everything. Obviously, you can be a great teacher and just understand the game, even if you don't play the game quite as well. But I think it's another thing, another benefit. If you understand the game, understand the golf swing, understand how to interact with people, and you play pretty well, I think all those things added up. It's good for a teacher.
So, and I appreciate you saying that, because I've never been able to accomplish the type of playing career that you have, with the understanding. So that feels good to all of us. So thank you, Randy, for that. So over the years, while continuing to play and be successful in section tournaments, you've also found the time to be active in the community. With the Southwest section, you've served on the board.
Yep.
And you coach the Paradise Valley community golf team.
Love that. Yep.
And you continue to mentor young assistant golf professionals. So as evidenced by your Bill Strasbow award a few years back. So how do you structure your time to allow a level of involvement and working with all these young people as you...
Well, certainly in this job position, it's a little bit easier because before there was a much greater responsibility. My time was, as you know from course operations, there was much more stress on my time. Now, basically with this, if I want to say, Randy's not going to work this afternoon, Randy doesn't work this afternoon. If I have, let's say, one of my students or one of my players on my junior college team, maybe they're struggling a little bit, I can set some time aside to work with him, and hopefully the next invitational, he can play a little bit better. So it's a little bit easier in this job position that I have now than it was at Orange Tree, but it's difficult, and it takes a great support system, like I said earlier. That's really what it takes.
Well, we appreciate that, Randy. What you've given back to the community, you give it to the schools, the young golf professionals out there. Your family, I'm sure, appreciates that. So is there anyone you'd like to just say a special thank you to?
Well,
Randy,
again,
at this point?
thank you to Al and Paradise Valley Country Club. Thanks for having us. This is a wonderful event. And again, my mom and dad, I'm so happy and very blessed that they were able to make it. And my wife, Jeannie, my daughter, Taylor, thank you both. So now you kind of see what all this has been for. So thank you.
Well worth it. Great golf professional. Randy Wittig, thank you.